behind the Super Game Brother...
Dude, how'd you do that?
Metroid Zero Mission.
In terms of story, Metroid Fusion is the last in the chronological order. It's 2010 and there still hasn't been a sequel to this particular game. Why? Is it really so hard to continue on from there? Who knows, but our 2D Metroid cravings will have to be satisfied somehow. Entered Metroid Zero Mission, a complete remake of the first game back on the NES. Well, why is it called Zero Mission? Shouldn't it be First Mission? I think it would have made a little more sense, but then again, I probably shouldn't think too hard about it.
Because it's a remake of the first game, the story elements and dialogue are kept to a minimum. In fact, besides the opening cutscene and near the end of the game, there isn't any dialogue at all. New cutscenes have been added to the game to further signify an upcoming event, like Ridley's steady approach, or Mother Brain becoming aware of Samus's presence.
Now, comparing the remake to the original is like comparing a stale piece of bread to a chocolate chip cookie. To begin with, Samus is just as agile as she was in Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, meaning she can shoot in all 8 directions, crouch, and wall jump, which now functions exactly like it did in Super Metroid, something I'm glad that was fixed. Because this is a retelling of the first game, that of course means we need to search and discover power-ups that can help Samus ultimately succeed in her mission. Yes, this even means tracking down the long beam again. Look at this, it's pathetic! Now besides the power-ups we obtained in the original game, which included the missiles, the energy tank, the ice beam, the wave beam, the high jump boots, the various suit, and the screw attack, Samus can now acquire power-ups she obtained in Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, which include super missiles, the speed booster, the jump ball, the power bombs, and the power grip, which allows Samus to grab ledges. Wait, couldn't she do that naturally in Fusion? I mean, obtaining the power grip in this game could explain why she could do it in Fusion, but in that case, why couldn't she do it in Metroid 2 or Super Metroid? Yeah, whatever.
Unlike the original title, you actually have a map feature similar to the likes of Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, so you can actually keep track of your progress. Thank God, no more Nintendo power!
Throughout your adventure, you'll come across ancient-looking Chozo statues that contain unknown items that you can't immediately use because your suit is incompatible with it. Well, what kind of bullshit is that? But collecting these items does cause one of my favorite music pieces to play. Come on, wouldn't you just love to use that piece to increase the drama of any given situation?
Hey, can you go grab me a Pepsi?
John, we've been out of Pepsi for a week.
Throughout your adventure, you'll come across Chozo statues, which besides containing power-ups most of the time, also let you know the general direction you should be heading by placing a marker on your map. However, these are only meant to be taken as guidelines, because you never know what exactly it is you're looking for, and trying to figure out how to get to the places is all up to you. So it's kinda like a mix of Super Metroid's non-linearity and Fusion's linearity. There's plenty of hidden stuff scattered throughout the planet, so it's definitely rewarding if you go out of your way to explore the unknown.
Every area that was in the original game also makes a return here. There's Brinstar, Norfair, Kraid's Lair, and Ridley's Lair, along with Torian. New to the remake is Criteria from Super Metroid and a completely new area called Trezodia, which we'll get into later. The overall layout of the world is pretty faithful to the original game, but thankfully there's no overabundance in the copy and paste department, and new little areas have been added that make the game feel fresh and new. Now the original game only had 3 bosses, Kraid, Ridley, and Mother Brain. Metroid Zero Mission not only brings back the original 3 with new facelifts, but plenty of new original bosses as well, like this incredibly easy worm, or this incredibly easy insect. These things aren't much of a challenge, are they? Kraid, like Super Metroid, is gargantuan in size, so his previous dwarf size is now a thing of the past. And Ridley is actually somewhat of a challenge compared to his original battle. But compared to other Ridley battles, he's still pathetically easy. Alright, so we know the deal. We defeated Kraid and Ridley, it's time to travel to Torian and wipe out Mother Brain for the first time for the last time. No wait, I mean for the last time for the first time. Forget it. Anyway, upon entering the place, we're treated to this cutscene introducing us to the Metroids. And no, I'm not freaking out like I usually do because I already saw it coming. Torian is pretty much the same as we remember from the first game, only you know, the graphical detail's been jacked up. Because this is a remake of the first game, Mother Brain doesn't have any sort of cybernetic body to take you out. Instead, she just sits there completely vulnerable to your attacks. Those incredibly annoying rings are back though, the bastards, always making your life a little more frustrating. Oh wait, it turns out Mother Brain actually tries to defend herself in this remake. And that's her only attack. Wow. But hey, I guess it's better than nothing at all.
Just like the first game, as soon as you defeat Mother Brain, you need to escape via this long vertical shaft into the elevator before time runs out. However, unlike the first game, you actually need to get to your ship in order to escape instead of just reaching the elevator. Congratulations, you just defeated Metroid Zero Mission. What?
Well, shit.
So we lost everything. The spaceship, the suit, the dignity, everything. The only thing we have left is the security pistol that does jack squat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trezodia. an area exclusive to the remake. Alright, so with no suit and no way of really defending ourselves, Samus' goal is to infiltrate the space pirate mothership and find a way to escape. Despite not having the suit anymore, Samus can still jump incredibly high on wall jump, as well as crawl through tight corridors. There's also a crap load of space pirates patrolling the area, and if one of them spots you, you're in trouble. Your emergency pistol can stun them for a few seconds, but that's all you're gonna do to them. Sad, isn't it?
This is easily the most intense part of the game. Trying to remain hidden and outrunning enemies that'll mop the floor with you adds a sense of thrill that's similar to Samus' first encounter with the SAX in Metroid Fusion. Eventually, after traveling as far as you can go, Samus eventually reaches this room with a shrine. Upon inspecting it, the shrine comes to life and challenges Samus to a test. Upon passing it, Samus is given her fully powered power suit, which not only comes with all the items we collected in our adventure, but it also allows us to finally use those unknown items, which turn out to be the plasma beam, the space jump, and the gravity suit. It's time to kick some ass! Eventually, along your travels, we'll come across this Darkroom. Wow, whatever's making that noise sounds like it needs a serious oil job. What the?
It's Robo Ridley!
Or is it Mecha Ridley?
Who cares? Robot!
Mecha Ridley, unsurprisingly, is also an incredibly easy boss, but his actual toughness depends on how many items you collected in the game. If you went out of your way to collect all of the items, not only does his health triple, but his attack power triples as well, and suddenly we're dealing with the hardest boss in the game. But if you didn't bother, then just shoot his chest and watch him drop incredibly fast. Oh shit.
No, it's another time limit. We have 5 minutes to escape this place. Let's get the heck out of here.
Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. What the? Hey, move your ass! Oh, the hell with this.
Move!
Get out of the way. Would you please move faster, please? Just go. Victory is near. Out of the way, you!
That guy had no chance.
By commandeering one of the space pirate pods, Samus manages to escape the mothership and planet Zebus completely. Now you've completed Metroid Zero Mission. I think it's pretty obvious at this point, but you're showing your final completion time as well as the percentage of items you collected. Again, if you beat the game fast enough or manage to find all the items, you can see Samus without a power suit. Which, in this game, is a pretty lame-ass award. I mean, hell, we just spent the last few chunks of the game with Samus without a power suit, so how is this a reward? Metroid Zero Mission is awesome. Period. I'm serious, it's my favorite handheld Metroid game, with Fusion coming incredibly close. It's like Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion made sweet space love and produced this beauty of a title. It manages to combine all the things that made Super Metroid good, as well as the things that made Metroid Fusion good. It's great to look at, it's fast-paced, it sounds great, and it's certainly the definitive version of the first game. So yeah, if you want a highly memorable experience with the first title, get the remake. The original has its strong points, but Metroid Zero Mission just completely blows it out of the water. Now, if there were some things I could complain about, it would have to be its length and overall difficulty. This game is short. Really short. First timers will probably take around 3 to 4 hours, but experienced players such as myself can beat it under 50 minutes. This game is also incredibly easy. This is without a doubt the easiest title in the Metroid series. The bosses, while certainly intimidating at times, can be total pushovers, and Samus in general is just a little too overpowered at times. The game does have different difficulty settings, but besides differences in how much damage you take and a few aesthetic changes, there's not much change at all. So if you're a casual gamer and always wanted to try out a Metroid game, start with this game, and then Metroid Fusion, and then Super Metroid. Hell, if you're feeling ballsy, then try out Metroid 2 or the original Metroid, which is certainly the most difficult. Me and Elliot give this game a 9.5 out of 10, and we definitely recommend you play it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Month of Metroid. I apologize for not being able to get to the Metroid Prime series, but there's always another time and place for that kind of stuff, so look forward to me reviewing the Metroid Prime games sometime later down the year. But hey, at least Metroid Other M comes out June 27th, right?
Yeah, John, the game's been delayed to August 31st.
No!
Hey John, where do you think Metroid keeps all his missiles?